What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's finally here, and it's so good. So the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye dropped. If you haven't seen it already, click away, because I'm immediately going into spoilers and my first thoughts, my theories that I have for the series, which predominantly are just going to be ones that I've heard that I believe have some like hold some weight. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first episode starts off in 2012, and we get to see the Battle of New York from a young Kate Bishop's perspective. I would put her in that opening scene about, she's got to be what, 8? She's got to be about 8, I think. Considering that this is supposed to be set 2024? 2025? No. She's got to be 9. Because this series is set late, like Christmas time, 2024. And she mentions in the episode that she's 22. In the second episode, she mentions that. But yeah, we get to see a baby Kate Bishop during the Battle of New York, and that is obviously the first time she sees Hawkeye doing his cool move where he jumps off the building and swings into the window. And apparently from then on, she went to become a black belt at the age of 15, and through the opening credits, you actually sort of technically get this story of her doing martial arts, learning gymnastics, learning fencing, learning archery, and just honing her skills at these things, and really just basically dedicating her life to being just like her hero, Clint Barton. We then get introduced to Jacques Duquesne, who is the swordsman from the comics. I really like him. They bring him in this sort of, I don't know if he's going to be like a villain for the series, but he has been brought in this like antagonistic way, for like at least as far as Kate's perception of him is concerned. I really like that because he is supposed to be a former mentor turned rival to Clint Barton, from when they were part of, I believe they used to be part of the Circus of Crime. Hawkeye used to do trick shots, and the swordsman used to be like the sword swallower guy, but they were both obviously very skilled with the weapon that their circus act was based around. So it's really cool. We've got a swordsman in the MCU. That's really cool. He is still an antagonist to a Hawkeye, which is really cool. He's still also sort of in that mentor space by being Kate's mother's fiance. But then there's also something going on with Kate's mum. I'm pretty sure I saw her vent because something's sus there. It's an Among Us joke. If you don't get it, then that's fine. But no, she's pretty sus. And there is the theory going around that she's potentially Madame Mask. And I think that would be to see. We then sort of get a hint at the mum being involved in some sort of criminal conspiracy. Probably most likely the criminal conspiracy the whole show is going to be based around. And so it's sort of like, oh, okay, like she's involved somehow because this other guy is being real shifty and he's now threatening her with this stuff. And then we find out that it's Jacques' uncle, and Jacques also really shifty because he's in this underground, black market auction, bidding on the Ronin sword and the Ronin suit. Obviously, the bits that from the comics was actually I believe was a video clip of Clint Barton killing somebody with something like this, and that was the whole reason why Hawkeye needed to get it back. But I'm glad that they've found a way to sort of bring in the Ronin persona into such a major part of it. The Broadway musical was as much of a travesty as I expected it to be. I mean, look, props to them for coming up with something like that for this show, and like putting on, even if it was just that one scene and just writing that one song, they still did that just for it to be background noise in a scene, and that's hilarious. So yeah, it's kind of funny. If they want to do an actual Rogers the Musical, but make it good, I'd probably watch it. But as it is, the version in Hawkeye, I don't like it at all. What else is there? From the first episode. Yeah, there's not really a whole bunch else from the first episode. The second episode is the one where we get the really cool bit where Clint catches a Molotov and throws it back. It's where Lucky the pizza dog gets to just absolutely gorge himself on pizza. And we get our first look at Alaqua Cox as Echo, which is really cool, and bloody big old twist that, and maybe this is just because I haven't personally read the Matt Fraction run, but I didn't think that she was the one in charge of the tracksuit mafia. I did not think that. I do like that, like the Yakuza is like after Ronin, so like big crime syndicates, and then like somehow the tracksuit mafia is also involved there. It kind of makes me think that we might see something like we were seeing in the Daredevil show on Netflix being sort of set up here, and it's just like, the tracksuits themselves, while they might have a bit of a whatever with the Ronin persona, it's really the guy behind them being like, look, if you want to continue doing what you're doing, you need to take him out. He's in your part of the city. Get rid of him. Which could mean that, and especially with the character ties of Echo to Kingpin, it would be kind of cool to see, even if it's just like a little cameo, just a little bit right at the end, post-credit scene. Why not? But I would like to see Vincent D'Onofrio in his white suit with the purple tie. I want to see it. I'm really hoping it happens. I'm looking forward to seeing how Echo goes from being an antagonist to being an ally. That's going to be really fun to see. We already know she's going to get her own show, so that's going to be really cool to see as well. I like that they've made Clint deaf, and that it's come from the Avengers facility exploding on top of him in Endgame. Yeah, there's so many good parts to this show. Yeah. When the final episode comes out, end of next month, I will be doing a 2021 Phase 4 ranking, like tier list sort of thing. So yeah, if you want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Also, while you're there, ring the notification bell, turn on the post notifications so you can stay up to date when I upload new videos. If you haven't already, there's a link to Disney Plus in the description. Do yourself a favor and go and watch this show. It's really good. I promise it will not let you down. At least the first 2 episodes won't, because that's all it's out right now. If you have already seen it, what was your favourite part of the first 2 episodes in the comments? Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I might have said that already, I don't know, but do it. And until next time, guys, keep your head screwed on.